They kidnapped Kai? Damn. That's their problem. It's not a personal problem, man.
You guys have batteries? Okay, good. Also ready to pick me up? Huh? You busy? Do you need pictures? Just with the phone.
Do that shit. It's full. It's full.
What is good with that?
And today we're acting to infanticide in nature while animals hate their babies. What a title. Hey, what was that? What a title, man. Animals, these animal videos, they're a great time, bro. You know, it's like learning on the go. You know, you don't learn no more. Ever since we got out of school, I know some of y'all in school, you don't learn stuff like this. You'd be learning about real life and how it's trying to bend you over. You don't get to learn about this stuff. You start to yearn for it a little bit. Let's get into it. Let's do it.
To the lovely study of zoological infanticide, which explores why animals kill the young of their own species. From fish, birds, microscopic organisms, and lots of mammals, infanticide is a horrifyingly common theme across the animal kingdom. And unsurprisingly, it's a relatively under-researched. A guy who would know much more about this than I would once said that...
I get it. Like, why would you want to research this? Why would your job be like, why do they do this?
Infanticide has not received much study because it's a repulsive subject. Many people...
See? Guys, my mind, you gotta... Guys, let me break something down for a second. I had a 4.0 in high school, man. All right? Going into college, when I was in community college, before I started making beats and locking into that, my grades was hitting. It wasn't until I stopped worrying about grades, I started being a producer. Like, I just know my brain know how to work. My IQ is high. It was like a 130 something, right, y'all? I forgot, Chad. We just did it on stream one of these days, about a year ago. But I was cooking.
Regarded as reprehensible to even think about it. But I've been thinking about it, and not because I'm some child-murdering psycho, but because studying it means exploring the limits of how far an animal will go to raise its evolutionary fitness in the right circumstances. It might also give insight about underlying reasons for similar human behaviors, like child abuse. So I'm gonna talk about it in this video. If you don't want to hear about it or don't want to think about it, that's fine, I understand. Feel free to click off.
Definitely understand.
But if you're still here, let's talk baby killing.
Hey.
Infanticide is a common enough behavior for it to be considered non-random, which in the case of biological traits usually means it's the result of an adaptation. So it almost definitely has some evolved purpose that can lead to reproductive benefits or fitness in the right situations. For some, it's as simple as cannibalizing their young for food. Male salmon will protect their clutch of eggs until hundreds of them hatch, in which they chase after them as if they're small prey. Mantids have no problem eating their young, which isn't too strange considering they eat their mates too, but even rats and monkeys have shown this behavior. Other times
it's so hungry that it's time to eat. Wild animal.
It's not for the food itself, but to reduce competition for food. We see this in prairie dogs. Don't be fooled, these cute faces belong to one of the most ruthless baby killers on the planet. Would still pet though. But yeah, these guys are insanely infanticidal and even kill the young of close relatives, for what we think is so that they can have more food to provide for their own children. And it's easier to get close to the children of your own relatives, making them easier targets. But it gets a lot more complex than food, and that's because in a lot of species, species, it has to do with sex. Sex is a really complicated thing in the animal kingdom. So generally, animals act to produce as many offspring as possible. And what you often get in mammals are males killing children that aren't their own in order to mate with their mother and generate new.
Oh God. That's some evil going on here in the animal kingdom, bro. That's horrible. So like, okay, we're gonna get rid of your children so I can have children with you and you can bear my children.
New offspring. The incredibly messed up rationale being that if the mother is taking care of the other kids, they're not
Ain't gonna have time for my kids.
going to want to raise theirs. So if they get rid of those other kids, they effectively reset the fitness of the female, incentivizing them to reproduce with the offending male. It's really messed up when you think about it, but it does work in a lot of animals. We see females in a bunch of species induced into estrus or heat.
A recurring period of sexual receptivity and fertility in female mammals.
As a response to their babies dying. It's crazy. But yeah, so in lions, males will kill young cubs so that they can mate with their mothers. About 25% of lion cubs that die in their first year are victims to
20%? You know, and it's crazy because it's like, you just gotta watch and let nature take its course and do its thing. Like stopping this would probably do something bad to the lion population or whatever the hell is going on wherever it's happening. Isn't it crazy? You just gotta sit there and just know that this is happening. Like, oh well, I mean, we can't stop it or we'll mess up the universe some way.
Infanticide. We think that the reason these numbers are so high is because male lions have really short reproductive windows, and female lions only reproduce once every 2 years in the wild.
Hello again, real quick. You know, I've shown you apps like this before, and y'all literally ran them up to where all the good games were gone. A lot of y'all sent me DMs of y'all making some bread, maybe for some food. Some of y'all actually making some real bread, I'm not gonna lie. So to help y'all out, I found a new one. It's called Tester Up, and it pays you to test mobile games. Basically the same idea. You play games on your phone and get paid. But this one has new games that you haven't seen on the other ones yet. If you decide to try it, make sure you use my link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to make sure you're on the exact one that I'm using. Just doing a little trial run myself, I was able to see it's pretty easy to stack some money playing casual. You decide to try it, make sure you show me your earnings, bro. I love seeing y'all running up, and it convinces the doubters a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Hit the link in my description or scan the QR code and try it out, bro. Let's get back to it.
Meaning that the selective pressure to have your own offspring is very high, thus encouraging harsher methods in order to make that happen. In Hanuman langurs, which are monkeys found in India, social groups consist of a dominance hierarchy, where one dominant male has control over mating with all the females. If you're interested in why dominance hierarchies occur, I made a video about this that you should check out later, but what it means is that all the other males are subordinates, and in order to reproduce, they might have to take over the dominant role. This usually leads to a very aggressive battle, and in the case where the original dominant is overthrown, the new dominant will kill the infants of the previous male. Most males being subordinate and thus unable to mate is another example of a strong selection pressure leading to these harsher solutions. This is basically the pattern that we see in infanticide, is males having high selective pressure to reproduce, but while we see that the vast majority of infanticide is committed by males, in some species we do see it done by the females. This is seen in a lot of species where males are crucial in raising the young, and if males are...
Oh, this is... I didn't know this is what this looked like when male seahorse started to have children. This is odd.
A limited
I
resource.
forgot seahorse were even a thing, to be honest, until this video right here. I completely forgot about it.
Of course, females will kill other females' kids in order to acquire them. So in wattled jacanas, these beautiful South African birds, the males brood and help the eggs hatch while the female defends the territory. An experiment saw that removing the females of a nest caused other females to enter and kill the children, where the male then fertilized the offending female and ended up raising their young. We find the exact same thing in water bugs, where males will care for masses of eggs with their bodies. Same thing happens. Female comes in, kills all the eggs, the male ends up copulating with the female and starts caring for her eggs.
Oh, seeing these bugs move like this. Oh.
So this is a common pattern of killing other offspring in order to create your own, in both males and females, depending on the particular pressures that the corresponding sexes both.
But is it absolutely positively true that the female will not raise the kids, will like slack on raising the other kids? Is that just absolutely positively true? That's just gonna happen. Why does that have to happen? I mean, I guess, okay, boom, okay. I guess it makes sense. You have some children. You're feeding them. And I'm talking about if you're an animal, not humans. You're feeding your little animal child. You get impregnated by others. You're already so used to feeding, like you have the ones, oh, when I see these kids, I need to go get them something to eat. You gonna get them the food first. You might not find no extra food for the other ones. But it's quite crazy. How does the other animal just like, I guess it's just in their biology just to know like, okay, but I have to take them out for the raising of my offspring. Isn't it crazy that the mindset of I'm for me and mine's only, isn't that crazy that's also in these animals and these insects?
Face. But what this doesn't explain is filial infanticide, a very special type of infanticide that probably means what you're thinking, the killing of one's own children. Now, all of a sudden, the explanations for evolutionary fitness don't seem to make any sense. Because it can't be beneficial to kill your own progeny, at least not for reproductive fitness. There are some cases where it kind of makes sense, like the bass eating their own offspring for food. The thing is that there are times where this doesn't make sense to us. Pigs are commonly known to be very aggressive to their newly born offspring, sometimes killing a lot of them. It's called savaging, and it's common enough that places that raise pigs will often separate their mother from their newborn until the behavior won't happen anymore. But we also see this in rabbits and hamsters and burying beetles. A lot of animals really want to kill their own babies and we don't fully understand why. But it's clear that there are multiple reasons why species commit
fucking wild animals. You just gotta remember at the end of the day that they're just wild animals, right?
infanticide.
I imagine bears don't play none of that. I'd imagine bears don't play none of that on either side, right? Because it seems like the other animals, it don't even really seem like, well, we saw the polar bear thing, but it almost seems like they don't even, like they don't play whatsoever with nobody. You can't even be in the area around a bear.
As well as various types of it. But do you know which group of animals does it the most? Well, that'd be the order that we belong to. Good old primates. We've talked about the Hanuman langurs, but a lot of other monkeys do this too, and chimps are also very notable and ruthless when it comes to infanticide, though they're ruthless with a lot of things. But if our closest relatives do it, and our extended family tree does it, why don't we? Why don't humans kill their young? Well, the thing about that is, we have a long historical record.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
Of infanticide. It's been used to control population size in response to children born of unwanted pregnancies or physical deformities. It was also seen in a lot of old cultures for sacrificial rituals. We've also seen humans display infanticide to female children when they wanted a male, the most common practice of infanticide even today. Which, by the way, this sex-specific infanticide is unique to us. Good old humans, expanding the scope of behaviors in all ways, especially the bad ones. So why are you and I so horrified by the idea of infanticide, right? Like, from my understanding, it's pretty socially and ethically unacceptable to kill kids. Well, that's because so far I've only talked about the situations where infanticide is beneficial, but it isn't always the case that the benefits outweigh the cost. Because, yeah, there's a really big cost. Not everyone is happy after infanticide, as you might imagine. Mothers of their young aren't the biggest fan of being...
Okay, I would imagine the mothers. This is it makes sense. Okay, that was my question. Why don't so many of the mothers just start spazzing? But I guess they do.
On the receiving end of their children being killed, believe it or not. And remember how I mentioned that male infanticide
orcas would never do this.
Can actually induce estrus in certain female species? Well, in some of them, including humans, females can actually enter a false estrus after infanticide. We think it's to trick the male into thinking that he succeeded in reproduction, effectively ruining the fitness prospect that he got from the infanticide. In fact, several species show countermeasures in response to infanticide, punishing it as a viable fitness strategy. psychology. So I mentioned false estrus. You know, if you think your girl's faking it, maybe make sure you don't kill their child. There's also the Bruce effect, in which a female will terminate a pregnancy internally, also ruining the benefit of the male committing infanticide. But one of the most efficient countermeasures is paternal uncertainty. By mating with multiple males, individual males can never be sure if a kid is theirs, causing them to not kill any offspring in risk.
Whoa! I didn't know animals got this deep. I didn't know they got this deep.
That it is. So a lot of animals are polygynous, and paternal uncertainty actually plays a massive protective
You ain't finna get me.
role for females of these species. But yeah, Maury would be these animals' worst nightmare. In social species, infanticide is an especially more problematic behavior to allow, because if it's just left on the table, then this doesn't bode well for anyone having children. Like, I'd be pretty scared if I knew that people could go around harming my child and not be punished. So we do punish these behaviors through social discouraging, or sometimes just forming coalitions to group up on the perpetrator, exiling them or killing them. This plays in with prestige, where being kind is an attractive trait both sexually and socially. Infanticide would almost definitely ruin your reputation, thus lowering your reproductive potential significantly. So there are plenty
When you think about it like that, just on his face like that, that's kind of crazy.
of reasons to be against infanticide evolutionarily, which explains why we probably aren't the biggest fans of the idea, at least not at this point in history. We've evolved a social structure that really doesn't allow for anyone to get away with such terrible things anymore. But what about child abuse? Humans might not be able to outright commit infanticide, but a lot of abuse of young children, physically, mentally, or emotionally, is still done and gotten away with a lot more than we realize. Could it be that the reasons behind infanticide in nature are the same ones that motivate child abuse? Well, we don't actually know.
I don't want to believe that, because although, yes, we're animals, we're mammals, sure, we have the mental capacity and we have plenty of other things that these animals do not have. So it's like, I don't even want to give that it's potentially in our biology. I don't even want to give that. I don't even want to give it, because it don't matter. Doesn't matter.
Some scientists suspect that it does play a part, since we see animals having a much higher chance of killing young that aren't their own. And in human child abuse, we see the well-documented Cinderella effect, where step-parents are more than 10 times likely to harm their child than biological ones. I'm not trying to say that because these behaviors make sense naturally that they're in any way okay. We are much more complex and better than how we evolved, and we have a responsibility above that at this point. But keeping it in mind might help us circumvent it on a large scale. These mechanisms might not affect you, but we don't know if that's the case for people of all different kinds. Humans and other animals are incredibly complex. So complex that they sometimes kill their own babies. But that's just a testament to how complicated animal behavior is. It's not a support of that behavior.
It's sickening. It's sickening, bro. It's because it's like you for a second you remember like, oh yeah, these are animals, and you want to be kind to animals. But they are, at the end of the day, true wild animals. And you're going to continue to be kind to them. This is in their bio. But it's like, these are wild animals at the end of the day. See what I'm saying? Wild animals.
Anyways, yeah. I'm not sure how a video like this will go down, but I hope you enjoyed it.
Hope you enjoyed it. I guess I can appreciate the information. Enjoy.
What you call me a bitch ass nigga? What are they doing? What the fuck is that sound?
Why is it beeping? Guys, you can't knock on the door. Excuse me. Yana, I literally love you. She's going to sleep. Okay, yeah, she's literally going to sleep. I'm not gonna wake her up. She's right here.
She called me an ugly bitch nigga? Bet. Bet.
He's at the desk, the Pokemon desk.
Oh, the fan?
Yeah, I said the Pokemon desk.
Get your ass.
Hey, 0 o'clock into the sub. Can we get that water?
Oh, they brought hella.
Fuck. Push real nigga.
Bro, how much clothes you got, man?
This is shirt in these pants.
I was gonna say, bro. I see you. Now they're both here.
Hey, we got more pictures, bro. Come on, time.
Walk, fuck that shit.
What is the pound trick for this? 3, right?
5. Drencher? Nigga, drench who?
Oh my god!
Whatever.
Who's that?
What's that, nigga? Drench who?
Yo, I'm shooting your girl, gang.
Man, come here. Why chat telling me you was on there?
Not me.
Nah, chat telling me.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Not me though.
I'm back.
Who?
I just.
Nah, fuck that. Who?
That robot was on it, but you gotta think the robot came here from Proto. Kai Cenat's man.
So,
That
bro,
might be a Kai Cenat call.
So all
I
this
don't
is
know nothing.
fine. All
But
this
hey,
is
listen. She did ask for like a drink, so I gave her a drink though. But that's it. But that's it.
What the
You
fuck?
might.
What the fuck getting that good pizza?
Cheese pepperoni behind you. Hey, but I got you though. I ain't never gonna let you like but you did try to talk to my girl though. I came in the spot and I seen you talking to her on the couch though.
I see you talking to my girl again. I'm gonna snatch your cameraman pizza.
Where she at? Just want to make sure we don't come in the same floor. You know what? She here? Is she on this floor, suburb? If she on this floor, I want to make sure we don't even contact each other no more.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna go find out. I just want to make sure we stay far.
Really good.
You think you been
The big guy. The big guy, huh? That big guy?
I said you and you said no.
You have one?
I'm gone.
Nah, nigga.
Come out.
He said somebody else?
Ah.
The clip of you with the handcuffs coming out of the handcuffs, hilarious.
Grab a slice and eat it, bro.
Are you happy?
I'm gonna get it.
Is it good?
How about you?
Feel good, bro? Got your water?
Stand up. Fire.
Queen good? Like, you know, it's our party, nigga.